Hello students, this is Amir Hamza here with another video tutorial from Amir Hamza Biology. So let's start with today's lecture that is about cytoplasm and endoplasmic reticulum. What is cytoplasm and what are the major components of the cytoplasm? We will discuss one by one all of them in detail. Actually, cytoplasm is the liquid portion which is present beneath the plasma membrane and above the nuclear membrane. We can say if we remove the nucleus from the cell, the remaining portion of the cell will be the cytoplasm, and it contains number of discrete specialized organelles. It may contain cytoskeleton and it may contain cytosol. Now, what are organelles? What is the function of cytoskeleton and what is cytosol? We will discuss one by one all of them. Actually, organelles are also known as little organs. They are also known as little organs. And cytoskeleton, which plays an important supporting role inside the cell, and it is also known as bone or muscles of the cell. So actually bones and muscle plays an important role inside the human body and many other animals in case of invertebrates as well as vertebrates, and both bone and muscle play an important role in sport, while in case of cell, this sporting role is provided by cytoskeleton. So what is cytosol? Cytosol is the liquid portion of the cell. It may be sol or it may be gel. Sol is thin and gel is thick. Always remember that gel portion contain organelles and sol is without any organelle. Most of the ectoplasm, the cytoplasm which is present just beneath the plasma membrane is known as ectoplasm. It is sol in nature. While on the other hand, most of the endoplasm is always gel in nature, organelles. So I am going to discuss what are organelles. Organelle, we know that different biomolecules assemble together to form specialized, highly organized structures known as organelles. Each organelle is specialized for a specific function within the cell. On the average, nearly half of the total cell volume is occupied by two categories of organelles. One is membranous organelles and the second one is non-membranous organelles. What are membranous organelles? Membranous organelles are those organelles that contain a membrane, and it may be a double membrane, it may be a single membrane, and non-membranous organelles are those organelles without any membrane. So let's discuss first membranous organelles. What are membranous organelles? Membranous organelle is a separate compartment within the cell that is enclosed by membrane similar to the plasma membrane. Actually, the composition of the membranous organelles is as same as that of plasma membrane, but they may vary in the phospholipid nature. For example, plasma membrane contain different kind of phospholipids, as well as the membranous organelles contain different kind of phospholipid. But almost their structure is same, that is phospholipid bilayer, with protein layers studded with phospholipid bilayers. So I am moving towards the next. What are the membranous organelles? There are five membranous organelles. The first one is endoplasmic reticulum. The second one is Golgi apparatus. The third one is lysosome. The fourth one is peroxisome, and the last one is mitochondria, which is also known as powerhouse of the cell. Actually, membranous organelles are just like intracellular specialty shops, and we know that from specialty shop we can buy one or two products. Similarly, membranous organelles are involved in the formation or performing a one or two functions, and so each is a separate internal compartment that contain a specific set of chemicals for carrying out particular cellular function. Every membranous organelles contain specific enzymes and they may contain specific chemicals that are specialized for specific functions. Why this compartmentalization is necessary? The reason is that this compartmentalization uh, permits chemical activities that would not be compatible with one another to occur simultaneously within cell. For example, uh, let's take an example of the lysosomes enzymes. And there are certain hydrolytic enzymes which are present inside the lysosome. If they were present without any membrane, then they can destroy the normal proteins that that would cause harmful results. So there should be a membrane necessary for normal functioning or normal homeostatic functions of this cell. On the other hand, non-membranous organelles contain three types of organelles. The first one is ribosome, walls, or centrioles. What are ribosomes? Ribosomes are actually involved in the formation of proteins. They are also known as factory of proteins. What are centrioles? Centrioles are specialized structure that are involved in the cell division processes, and walls are granular structure which are present inside the uh, cytoplasm. So, like membranous organelles, non-membranous organelles are organized structure that carry out specific function. As I told you, the function of ribosome, walls, and centriole, they also perform their specific functions. On the other hand, membranous organelles also perform their specific function. For example, I already discussed mitochondria that is involved in metabolism of certain substances um, for production of energy. I should discuss endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is of two kinds. One is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, the other one is a rough endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum is involved in the detoxification of certain harmful drugs. Similarly, it is also involved in lipid synthesis, while on the other hand, rough endoplasmic reticulum is involved in the protein synthesis, so they may perform a specific function. Similarly, non-membranous organelles also perform a specific functions inside the cell. Organelles are similar in all cells, but their number may varies from cell to cell types. For example, their number may be different inside liver cells. If we compare digestive cells from those of liver cells, no. If we compare digestive cells with respiratory cells, number of different organelles may vary. So I am moving towards the next point, that is cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton is the important component of the cell, and it is a network of interconnected it is a network or interconnected system of protein fibers and tubes. It is a So what is cytoskeleton? Cytoskeleton is the interconnected systems of proteins, fibers, and tubes that extend throughout the whole cytosol. Actually, cytoskeleton plays an important role inside the cell to support different components of the cell. They are involved in the internal organization. They are also involved in the movement of different components of the cell, and they are also involved in the regulation of various kind of movements, such as movement of amoeboid movements as well as cyclosis movements. The remainder of the cytoplasm is not occupied by the organelles and cytoskeleton and consists of cytosol, that is cell liquid. The cytosol is a semi-liquid gel-like mass. It's a semi-liquid gel-like mass. Always remember, as I already told you, that cytosol consists of um, two components. One is gel, the second one is sol. Sol is thin and gel is thick. Gel contain organelles, sol don't contain any organelle. Sol, the ectoplasm which is near the plasma membrane, the cytoplasm which is near the plasma membrane, known as ectoplasm. Ectoplasm consists of sol portion, while the gel portion is the endoplasm. Endoplasm portion of the cytoplasm is comprised mainly of gel. Many of the chemical reactions that are compatible with one another are conducted inside the cytosol. For example, glycolysis I think occur in inside the cytosol. So this is the end of cytoplasm. So let's summarize it. What is cytoplasm? That is a fluid structure which is present inside the cell, and cytoplasm plus nucleoplasm is equal to protoplasm. Actually, if we combine cytoplasm and nucleoplasm, it will collectively known as protoplasm. So what are the major components of the cytoplasm? There are three major components of the cytoplasm. The first component of the cytoplasm is uh, cytoskeleton. The second component of the cytoplasm is the second component of the cytoplasm is cytosol, and the third component of the cytoplasm may be organelles. So organelles are of two kinds. One are membranous organelles and the second one are non-membranous organelles. Membranous organelles include mitochondria, chloroplast. Sorry, membranous organelles include mitochondria, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, and peroxisome in case of animal cells. In case of plant cells, it may consist of chloroplast, it may consist of mitochondria, uh, and it may consist of endoplasmic reticulum and many more. Similarly, non-membranous organelles include walls as well as ribosome and centriole. So that is our today's lecture. If you like my lecture, then please subscribe my channel. Thank you.